Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode on the Mindcrack server. As always, this is Jason. Looks like I've had a little bit of puke damage here. A little bit of puking going on. I am on all alone, just by myself. Nobody else is playing the game right now. I think this might be the first time I've been on by myself, maybe ever. Nah, that's probably not true. It's very quiet. It's the day after the hordes. It tends to get quiet the day before and the day after the hordes, as far as zombie spawning is concerned. So, what did I want to do today, you might wonder? Well, I will answer that question. I'm not sure. I've been wanting to clean up the town, but it's a slow project to do. It looks like Arcus has been working on this. This is our garden lot. Looks like some zombies been working on it a bit too. It's gonna take quite a bit of dirt to fill this this lot in, and then we have this lot right here, which is the community lot for our community bunker. And you guys saw that in the day 21 video, run around shooting stuff over here. And I guess I could bring some of my concrete over and fill this in. But one thing I noticed in the day 21 video is how obnoxious this lot is with all these trees. The zombies kind of pour out of them. So I'm going to clear this first and foremost. And I think we're just going to, you and I, we're just going to have a conversation today. It's a one-sided conversation, unfortunately, because you don't have a microphone, or even if you do, I can't hear it. So you might have a microphone. I'm fairly certain. You know, I wonder if the majority of people have a microphone now. I feel like they do. I feel like the majority of people have a computer with a microphone attached. If it's a laptop, it's probably built in. But that's not really what we're going to talk about today. So, I am leaving tomorrow. Today is Tuesday. Well, technically it's Wednesday because it's past midnight. I think it is. Hold on. I'll look at the clock once I break this straight. No, it's actually 11:50. So in 10 minutes, it will be Wednesday. But essentially, I have one more day to record before I leave. I had these big plans. I always do plan on getting a lot of stuff pre-recorded, and I normally do a pretty good job of it. But going into PAX South here, this has been a bit of a more hectic situation this time. We're having a booth. This is not our first booth, but it kind of does feel like our first booth, because our technical first booth, Shia LaBeouf, our first booth was with Creeper Host at Minecon, but we didn't have a lot of. We basically worked out a deal with Creeper Host where we would share our party with them if they would share their booth with us. Their booth. So it was a little bit different. There wasn't. I mean, we spent a fortune on our party. But we recovered a lot of that through ticket sales and things of that nature. Versus this booth for PAX South, it's nothing but money spent. And we're going to be selling some merchandise there, but we're going to lose money. There's no question about it. And that's okay. We knew this going in, that this is a money-losing endeavor. But it's a test, first and foremost, to see what kind of response we get from you guys, see if it's even worth us continuing to do this, and also trying to give the members of Mindcrack an outlet to not only meet their fans, but to sell their merchandise out of locations such as PAX. And this is something that Nerd Fusion's been wanting to do as well. For those that aren't familiar, what Nerd Fusion is it's a company that was started by Sevidus that consists of streamers. So it's similar to Mindcrack, but it's got a lot of wide differences. For instance, everyone that's a member of Nerd Fusion isn't an independent member like in Mindcrack, meaning they're employees, you know, so it's a bit different, but it's still the same. You know, it's a group of friends. But I guess the big difference is, like, for instance, our booth here at PAX, Chad is going to be doing a lot of work with ReedPop to do videos and stuff for them. So like we were trying to work out a schedule, to print out a schedule, to make sure we had an organized schedule for people to know, okay, well, so-and-so is going to be at the booth at this hour, and so-and-so is going to be at the booth at this hour. And in the case of like Nerd Fusion, Sev said, okay, Bacon, etc., this is your job, these are the hours you will be at the booth, because he's their boss. Whereas Mindcrack, I say, hey guys, can you be at the booth? And Aurelian's like, no, I can't be there at all, I gotta work for Twitch. And it's like, damn. Okay, what about you, Chad? Well, I'm busy doing this thing. Fuck. I'll be around when I can be around. Okay. Shit. Not that I'm trying to throw those guys under the bus or anything, so please don't take it like that. You know, the big difference between Mindcrack and, I guess, Nerd Fusion is a good company to use as an example, is that everyone's self-employed and independent people, and they're not employed by Mindcrack, and they have no responsibilities that they have to do. You know, it's a volunteer basis. It's kind of how Twitch is ran, actually. It's a funny story I've heard, but every time I'll bring up something to Twitch, like, hey, this is broken. You guys should fix it. The response is, well, no one's volunteered for that job yet. And that thing is always, you probably heard me talk about it before, because it always has blown my mind. I understand companies that have creative departments like R&D and stuff, that there are sub-departments that are ran with that philosophy of you come up with an idea, you own it, you run the project for it. Like I can understand companies that have sub-departments that are like that. And again, I don't know all the inner workings of Twitch, so I'm not throwing anyone under the bus in this video, including Twitch. Yeah, I can't if the whole company is ran on volunteer basis, then I just don't understand how that works at the end of the day. But that said, that's pretty much how Mindcrack's ran. So I guess I should understand how it works. The problem is, truth is, it doesn't work. At least not for us. It basically barely comes together. Everything we do barely comes together. Like for instance, the Mindcrack marathon. You guys have definitely heard me talk about this several times, where up until the very last day we didn't know if we were even going to have computers. Funny story regarding that. You guys have probably heard how we used the Airheads money to pay for those computers. Well, Twitch changed. Man, this is the second time I've brought up Twitch in this video. But they changed the way they pay out these type of campaigns and stuff. And this has been a pain in the royal ass. And the company that gave us those computers, they gave them to us basically on good faith that we would be paying them in 30 days whenever Twitch paid us for the advertising. Well, I still haven't been paid. And actually, a couple hours ago, I've been really stressed today. If you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen me stressing out just a tad. There's a couple things that have really got under my skin today, and this was the start of my day. I woke up to an email basically saying that things are gonna quickly escalate to a legal issue here if they're not paid. And I don't blame the guy. I feel bad, but I can't front him the money that is needed. I mean, I just spent a fortune on the Mindcrack booth for PAX, and I don't have an extra $10,000 just to send out and just be like, well, someday, probably, Twitch will pay me back, maybe. Because, you know, we're supposed to be paid for this 30 days after the campaign ran, which was 3 months ago. Not the campaign ran basically 3 months ago. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but that, you know, that's been really stressful. I've been, like I said, going back and forth with Twitch. At first they said my tax documents weren't complete. I completed those 3 times. I finally got someone to prove to them that my tax documents are in fact complete, and they verified, oh yeah, okay, they are. And then they changed the way they do these payouts to use some site called Expensify, which I'd never heard of before, but seems like, you know, fine, sure, whatever. I'll sign up. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Tell me which hoop to jump through, and I'll jump through it. So I signed up there, and then they sent me this link to something with no explanation. I had to get Erin to help me with that, and she explained how the expense reports work. So I guess it's what their employees use. So finally got all that worked out. And then since then, this has been like 3 weeks now, it's been in this limbo process of so-and-so at Twitch has approved this expense report. Now we're waiting on so-and-so version 2. And then so-and-so version 2 has approved this expense report. Now we're waiting on thing number 1. Thing number 1 has approved this expense report. Now we're waiting on thing number 2. Thing number 2 has approved this expense report. Now we're waiting on thing number 2's boss. It just keeps doing that, and like I don't know how many stages there are of people that have to approve these expense reports before the payment actually goes out. But this is the kind of bullshit that I deal with, and I don't ever talk about it because, for one thing, I don't think it makes very good video, but for the other thing, people on the internet feel the need to fucking white knight everything. So I'm sure by saying this, I've probably pissed off someone that's gonna say something to someone, and it's gonna come back that Good's an asshole. That's basically where it all ends up. Good's an asshole. And so, fuck that. It's so fucking annoying sometimes. Because, like, I sit around and I keep my fucking mouth shut because I hate internet drama. Hate it so much. And people that have known me for a little while, they're the people that are easiest to throw me under a bus. Not that the people I know for a while are likely to throw me under a bus, but they know that about me, so they know they could just go out in the fucking and slander the fuck out of me, and I'll probably not say anything because I don't want a whole bunch of white knights going and jumping after them. Fuck the internet, man. Fuck people that do that. Both versions of the people. The people who fucking slander me and the people that white knight people in general. Like, goddamn. Just goddamn. Another thing I was bitching about earlier is, so Sev has handled all the paperwork and everything for our booth, and so they've only listed Nerd Fusion on the map, and it irks me to no end. Like, if you look at the printout, like the list of exhibitors, it's Nerd Fusion and Mindcrack. But it's almost like the people that did the map thought Nerd Fusion and Mindcrack is one company or something. Like, that's the whole name. Which would be a weird name for a business. Nerd Fusion and Mindcrack. Like, we fused some nerds and then we cracked their fucking skulls. So, like, if you look at the map in the guidebook or in the books they print or the fucking signs they hang all over the whole place, it only lists Nerd Fusion. And that pisses me off. And a lot of it is petty, or not petty, but things that don't really matter. For example, I see this as like our first big convention. Spent, 10 grand on it, and so has Nerd Fusion. And that's a lot of fucking money. And one of the things I want to take away from it was a framed fucking picture of the map. But you know what? Mindcrack isn't on that motherfucking map. So there ain't no fucking reason to frame a picture of that map. As much as I love Nerd Fusion, and I love working with Sevidus and all that, I'm not, and again, none of this is Sevidus' fault, by the way, at all. So, for the love of fucking God, don't blame Sevidus for any of this, because it's not his fault. He didn't do anything wrong. It's just fucked. The whole situation's fucked. And at this point, it's too late, and they just keep saying there's not room on the map for both names. Meanwhile, if you look at the fucking map, there's plenty of 10 by 20 booths that are up north of us that list companies, and all we are is two 10 by 20s put together. So you fucking lower the font size, and the shit fits fine. And again, none of this is Sevidus' fault. For the love of God, no one blames Sevidus for any of that. It's not his fault. He's emailed them. I've seen the emails. He's been trying to get this fixed. They just keep telling him there's no room. There's no room. The truth is, at this point, the fucking books and the signs and all that shit they hang around have been printed. So they can't fix it. They just don't want to say that. I mean, they could. It costs a goddamn fortune. I mean, they probably make that much selling fucking inches of carpet and people to come by and pick the lint up off the inches of carpet. Fuck, that shoe's gonna kill me. I'm sure the whole event's gonna be great, and it's gonna be lots of fun, gonna be lots of fans, gonna have a good time, but I am a ball of stress right about now. Just the amount of stress in my body is very large. And honestly, another thing, I should just fucking admit that I'm never gonna finish Fallout, because I can't find time to record that shit to save my life. I barely have enough time to record this every day. Oh, that fucking claw hammer. Son of a bitch. Son of a fucking bitch. I just thought I needed to repair it. Motherfucker. And I thought, well, I'll fill up my inventory and go home and get some scrap iron, because I don't have any on me, or forged iron. Fuck this lot. I convinced Seth last minute to come to PAX, and so I used some Sky Miles to buy him a ticket, and I fucked up. I think I'm just too stressed or something, but I'm normally not. I don't make a lot of mistakes like this, but I booked his flight wrong. I booked him a day early. I think it was because I had so I booked my flight a long time ago, because a long time ago we weren't having a booth. We had decided, since it was only me, Chad, and Sev going, that we weren't going to have a booth. But the more we talked about booths, the more people said they would go. And then not all of them have been able to go either, so that's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I don't know what the fuck I was just saying. Jesus Christ, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So I booked my flight a while back, and I didn't book it to come down there early because I didn't think I needed to be there early because there wasn't a booth to set up anymore. But then, you know, we changed our mind. We decided, you know, if this many people are actually going to go, then, you know, let's do a booth or whatever. Oh, man, my nose is itching. Oh, God. Oh, God. So I checked into changing my flight, and it was too expensive to do. So I didn't change my flight. But when I booked Drew's flight, I booked it so that he's coming in early to help Sevidus set up, because Sevidus is already there. Like, as I'm recording this, Sevidus is in the place. So I guess I was thinking the same way. Man, my nose is itching like a motherfucker right now. I guess I had the same mindset whenever I booked Seth's flight, and so I accidentally booked him where he has to leave in the morning. And he already didn't really want to go. He's working on something right now. He doesn't really have the time. But I basically begged the guy because I feel like, as of right now, the booth isn't going to have hardly anyone at it. So it just felt like, man, we should have some fucking Mindcrackers here for the Mindcrack booth, right? So Seth's going to be there now. Thank God. So it's going to be me, Seth, Kurt, and Jeff that'll be at the booth. And Aurelian will be at the Twitch booth, and Chad will be around somewhere doing the Read Pop stuff. And so we've dropped panels, as I've talked about, because we just feel like we can have a more one-on-one and have a better experience for everyone if we're just at a booth where people could just come straight to us and know where we're at. Like, if we're at the convention center, this is where we're going to be, kind of thing. At least that's the thought process. I don't know where I'm going with this. But anyways, I fucked up and I booked Seth wrong. And I feel terrible about it, because he's coming in early now, and he already didn't really want to go because he's got too much shit on his plate. I didn't have access to our art. I'm not going to say where it was, but anyways, I didn't have access to our art that we use for our poster cards. And we decided to stop just buying the poster cards anyways, and just focus on other merchandise and stuff, because the poster cards cost as much as buying posters, almost. Alright, I don't have a fucking claw hammer, son of a bitch. My nose is itching so fucking bad, I want to rip it off, throw it on the floor, and stomp on it. Fuck you, nose. The chainsaw, I guess, since I don't have a claw hammer anymore. Son of a bitch, I'm mad about that. I can make them, but it'll be a pile of poop claw hammer. The pile of poop claw hammer. Let's see what it ends up being. It's just gonna piss me off. If you watch me, you'll know how long it takes to get to the ability to make good weapons without grinding, because I refuse to grind these weapons out, and eventually we're gonna get, or weapons and tools, not just weapons. Eventually we're gonna get to the point where they're good, but as of right now, the level is 161. My nose is filled with sadness. Can't eat. My wellness is not high enough yet. I mean, that's not why I can't eat, but that's like a second problem. Secondary problems. My wellness is still not high enough, and I can't eat. Yeah. So, if you can't tell, I'm just a little bit stressed right now about everything, and I'm just hoping things work out. The art. So I definitely did not request it early enough, but I just got it earlier, but it's too late to order posters with it. So the only poster I have, and I'm not happy about this either, the only poster I have for our booth is just the Mindcrack logo on a piece of paper. I mean, not a piece of paper, on a poster page, poster print, poster, what the fuck is it called? Just poster? Is that the right way to say that? My nose, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to shave my nose. It's a hair, I know it's what it is. When you get older, you got to shave your nose hairs. I just started doing this like a year ago, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It feels so weird. Sticking a little razor up in your nose. I mean, it's not like a real razor. It's like this little cylinder thing that's got like blades inside of it that spin around and cut the hair. But I feel like it's like one of those things, like with women. I don't know, I'm not a woman. But I imagine, at least I've always heard, that once you start shaving, it just, it only gets worse. Like you have to shave more and more and more. So I imagine that that's what happened to my nose. I fucked around and shaved it once. And now I got these hairs that, when you're recording come out, they're like, oh, you're flaring up your nose, sounding angry. Here, itch, motherfucker. Man, this is so much slower than my other one was. This is so sad. This is filled with sadness. I should just get the chainsaw out. It's so loud, though. I don't think I could talk over the chainsaw and not get upset with how loud it is. The auger's no better, though. Let's see how it does against a tree. Is it the same as the chainsaw? Better. Well, a good claw hammer is better. Have they cleared this whole lot over here before I keep messing with this lot? I think they have. What's that guy doing? Oh, he's in a hole. I thought he was like kneeling down. I don't know what I thought he was doing. Ain't seen no zombies in a while. Hey guys, what's going on? Need somebody to kill. Last night I got on, and I didn't record it, but I just got on and it just killed so many zombies. It felt so good. It's honestly very good. It's very therapeutic. Just get on and mow down a bunch of zombies because they deserve it. So yeah, there's my story about PAX. It's been stressful, but I think it's all worth it in the end, probably. Clear out this area over here some too. This ain't bad at all. Just gotta finger it, as I told you guys about fingering. It's a shame you don't get anything but stone from this, though. Some iron too, man. Yeah. So I've talked about it in live streams, and I've talked about it on Twitter, but I haven't really talked about it in the video. I mentioned earlier last year, at the end of last year, that the legal bullshit around the 24-year project had finally come to a close, and production had started on the whole thing, the editing, you name it. So I've had a weekly meeting with them since then, every week. We come together and we talk about where it's at, what they're working on. I've watched 5 episodes at this point. Is this regular dirt? I guess I can just leave this, right? Originally the plan was to release in January. As you can tell, January is coming to a close here. And if you, like I said, follow me on Twitter or I think it was a Periscope. I know a lot of people missed the Periscope, so if you missed it, I'm not like, oh, you should have watched the Periscope, guy. Those are so, like, just random. I'm in a live stream now from my car. Let's have a little bit less audio from you, Auger. Anyways, the date that they were looking at up until today was February 15th, that they really thought they were on schedule for. They tell me today they can still technically do February 15th, but like I said, we've watched 5 episodes now, and we've kind of talked about what they would love to do with some of it, and they gave me a list of voiceovers and other stuff that's needed today, as well as some action shots and just different pickup shots that need to be done. So they basically said today that ideally they think that they could make a better product if we move the release date back to the 1st of March. Not necessarily March the 1st, the beginning of March. So I said that was fine. At this point, you know, we've gone this long with this thing. I figure if 2 more weeks will give them time to get closer to what we're talking about we want, then all the better. And talk about, you should never, you know what I've learned? The biggest lesson I've learned, I think, in my life from doing anything in the public eye is never, ever announce anything. Never tell anyone you're working on something. Never tell anyone you had an idea. Never tell anyone you might think about doing something. Because something will come up, and then everyone will say, it's not that something came up, it's that you're a fucking piece of shit liar. That's what you are. So, I've learned this the hard way. And another example of this, you guys remember Super Fight? We thought we were good at Minecon. We thought we had a finalized agreement. And, you know, they printed up the cards for us to do the announcement. We did the announcement. We gave out the demo cards at our party. And then lawyers got together and realized we can't agree on these 5 things. And since then, it's... you can't do anything without spending at least $10,000, first and foremost. I can tell you that much. That's the minimum cost of doing anything in this world, $10,000. We've already spent over that on the Super Fight deal and legal fees. But got a new agreement 2 days ago. I just sent it off to my lawyer. Haven't heard back yet. He's got to look at it. But it's just crazy because, you know, Super Fight, the guy that created it, Darren his name, he's a great guy. But, you know, they work with Skybound, which is also great people, makers of Walking Dead. But Skybound has a big legal team. And so there's a couple things that are just standard in their contract, like owning our, well, not owning, but the use of our real-life names. And that's not something that we want. And so that was a thing that took a lot of fighting to get them to understand that we don't have our real-life names just publicly available, and everyone should have them. and they didn't understand that. You know, they thought that is who we are. We are these people publicly, and therefore our names should be visible in all advertising and all that shit. And so, and that was the other thing too. Not all of our faces. Well, at the time, not all of our faces were out there. And I guess that's still true with Vex, but like Packrat was one of them. His face wasn't out there, and that was another thing they wanted. And you know, it just took a bit of arguing for them to understand how we operate and why we are the way we are, and so on. And I think we finally, I don't actually know for sure. I've read over what they sent me yesterday, and it looks like we finally got to the point. But again, it's at the lawyer. He'll tell me. I've been wrong before. That's why I'm not a lawyer. Or why I pay someone to give me advice in legal matters. Do we hit 1,000 yet? I feel like I'm close. Let's see. Let's check really quick. Oh, 1,001! It just happened. Let's see if we can get both these. Aw. My auger must have attracted these, because I feel like this is a pretty big horde. So after you heard me do all this bitching, I want you now to remind yourself that I started all this shit as a hobby, and I wanted it to remain that way. Does it sound like a hobby to you guys? It's certainly not anymore, and I wish it was. I hate when things become a job. It takes all the fun out of them. Out of anything, man. You can ruin anything by making it a job. The moment you feel obligated to do something, and you're not just doing it for fun, the moment everything changes, at least for me. Let's make some gravel. And I guess I probably have sounded maybe a bit whiny or a bit aggressive, maybe, I don't know if that's the right word, in this video, and that wasn't my intention. Again, I think I'm just stressed. I need a little bit of stress relief, and generally the best way to relieve a bit of stress is to talk about whatever's stressing you out. At least for me it is. I don't know why I'm getting all these zombies. It's got to be the auger sounds. But 99%, well, maybe that might be giving a little bit too much. Most of the time, I'm very thankful that, I mean, I have this outlet for a stress relief, and a lot of the time, it is an outlet for stress relief. Thought I heard something. It's almost night-night. Another headlight. How much time? Oh yeah, I just said that. I think we could do this within 2 days, 2 game days, maybe. Well, that seems pretty. Actually, no, probably not. As I say that. For those that have had time to look at what is going to be shown at PAX South, is there any games that you guys are looking forward to seeing that hasn't really been covered to death already that you know is going to be shown at PAX South? I've got quite a few emails from people, saying come by at our booth at this time. And one of the good things about us being an exhibitor this time is that we get to get in early each day. So every day I can, basically whenever the developers have been emailing saying, do you want to come by at a certain time, it's been my suggestion that I come by before the expo hall even opens when I respond to these people. Because then there won't be a crowd around and stuff, and that would mean I can do it without having to worry about not being at our booth for a period of time. And why are these things so strong? But the blocks are just not. 2 hits for a giant block of this, but these panes, man, they're made out of fucking titanium. This one now here's 750. Oh, the other ones are 500, weren't they? Where'd that crawler go? Hey. Damn, he blends in too well. Alright, well, I think that's as far as we're getting today. I'm gonna go home. And I'm also gonna end the episode here. This is an old school good episode right here, boys and girls. If you're new to the channel and you've never heard a man just talk while he does a mundane task, well, you've missed out on a lot of my content. Doc started doing a thing where he'll ask for likes on these episodes, and he gets a lot of likes. So you know what? I need to start doing that, because you know what? The truth of the matter is YouTube's a fucking game, and every day it becomes more and more of a game if you're not playing it the way that YouTube wants you to. So, if my channel is going to stay relevant, I need to start playing the fucking game too, I guess. As much as I hate to admit such a thing. So yeah, leave some likes, bitches! If you want to. I don't really give a shit. No, you really should, though. I don't know. I don't know. It feels so fucking gross. Anyways, no room in inventory. I will fix that. Don't you worry, gang. I have no idea what is going on with videos over the coming week, or until the end of this week, basically. Like I said, I'm leaving early in the morning Thursday, and I will be gone to PAX until Monday. So in that time period, I do not know what you're going to get. I don't know what I'm going to have time to record before I leave. Hopefully I have a chance to record quite a bit, but I can't promise anything here without lying to you. So we'll see what happens, guys. I hope I can get some stuff out. If not, hopefully I can do some vlogs. I always plan to do vlogs, but a lot of times I just don't get around to it. I guess I didn't get this one started. My problem is I'm not good about recording that type of stuff in general. I don't know, I'm there and I'm seeing the stuff myself, and so I'm like, I don't need to record it. I'm here, got it. I'm absorbing all the photons right now. But that doesn't help you guys that aren't there. And also, I've been to so many of them at this point, I forget that to some people, all of this is new and you've never seen it and stuff like that. And meanwhile, I'm like, well, it's the same shit I saw at 3 other PAXs. So I need to get better about sharing that experience through video. I mean, that's what I do. I make videos, right? So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, whatever the fuck it is. It's an angry man talking about the world and my life and whatever. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Who knows what that one will contain? Stay tuned and find out. Bye-bye, everybody.